Hello and welcome to Pillars of Eternity. This game came out back in 2015 by Obsidian, and I have played this one time before. I'm not exactly sure if it was if I recorded it and put it on my channel back then or not. It I think I had, but I remember vaguely about the game and I enjoyed it. Actually, my son had introduced me to the game back then, and he said it was really good. So I gave it a shot and played it. And I thought I'd just go ahead and play it again here in 2025. It is November, so it's going to be 2026 here pretty quick. But anyway, this is probably going to the playthrough series is probably going to play on through into 2026 because I think this is a relatively large game. So I'll play it until I basically get tired of it or finish it, which is more than likely be whenever I get tired of it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. New game. Let's do that. I went through and did the options too, adjusted them to where I kind of adjusted the music down. We're going to do easy. It is strongly recommended for those who are new or recently returning to real-time party-based RPGs. So that would be me. Except, I think it requires a lot of reading too, so you're going to have to bear with me and be patient. And I adjusted the font size to maximum, so because that way I could read them a lot easier.
Five wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
All right, it looks like it's going to jump right into character creation. You play a character, but you will have a group of a party to go with you. I think you recruit them as you go, from what I remember. So your first, you go and pick your sex. I'm going to go with male, of course. We'll do that, and I won't read these unless it pertains to like something that's everybody knows what a male is. Everybody knows what a female is, so I won't bother reading that. So the next thing is race. Human. I will read this because these there's only the race, but there's sub races as well. I'll start with I'll actually choose the race, and then once I choose a race, it'll give you the option of the sub races too, if there is any. I know there is in a couple of them anyway. Basically, humans, commonly known as folk, are the most common race in the Dryerwood. The Adir Empire, they got tooltips for some of these. You just mouse over them and tells you what they are. I'm not going to read these as well as much. Anyway, Old Velen and the Velian republics, though not as large as a towering Amal, which I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right at all. Humans are known for their strength and willpower. So resolve is +1 and might is +1. Willpower would be resolve. Might would be, of course, strength. The Amal, which are taller and they're blue. The mighty Amal are the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found in or near oceans. Though not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as Ratai, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength, so might plus 2. Dwarf, by virtue of land covered and number of colonies settled, dwarves are the most well-traveled race in the world. They are commonly found in the Direwood, the Valian republics, and almost any colonized land. The dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. Might plus 2, dexterity -1, constitution plus 1. Elf Elves are the dominant race in Ir Galan faith and the white that wins and are extremely common for the Direwood and Adir. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence as well as commonly isolationist nature. Dexterity plus 1, perception plus 1. Orlins are the smallest of the Kith races, though many cultures don't. What do they tell you what Kith are? Apparently not. Okay. Don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-toned skin, and here sure higher sure bodies. Orlins are commonly found in Fear Gilith, the whatever, and parts of the Direwood. They are known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. This must be an elf land here. A territory comprised of the forest southeast of the Vale River, populated indigenously by a group of loosely affiliated tribes collectively known as Glenfethans, and governed by a council of 6 most powerful tribes. Here is a home to a large number of ruined sites. I guess they don't say anything about elves. Huh. Okay, well, anyway. Godlike. The godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races who have. Kith are civilized races, okay, who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. Dexterity plus 1, intellect plus 1. Okay, I am going to go. It's going to be human, dwarf, or elf. No, we're going to go with human. Okay, we'll do that. And next, okay, now here's your subrace. You got your meadowfolk. The most common humans in the Direwood, the meadowfolk or Thirtan, have lived in that area for almost 2,000 years. Meadowfolk traditionally live at the edges of elfin forests, working the open plains, hence their name. Most humans in the Direwood are Thirtans. Fighting spirit, once per encounter, 5 seconds after being reduced below 50%. Endurance, folk temporarily gain bonuses to accuracy and damage. Ocean folk are originated near the equator on the other side of the globe and are currently the most widespread human group in the region, but they are also migrated to the far reaches of the world. Ocean folk are the dominant culture in the Valian republics and are also common in the Direwood. Fighting spirit, once per encounter, 5 seconds after being reduced below 50% endurance, folk temporary gain bonus to accuracy and damage. This is basically the same thing as the other one, right? Yeah, these all do the same thing. Okay, Savannah folk. Savannah folk come originally from just south of the equator, and with the exception of some groups that migrated north, have remained in the same location for over 10,000 years. The name Narlin literally means original, while quite common in Ridcuras. Savannah folk are not usually seen in the Darwood and the Villian republics. Fighting spirit, okay. We're going to go with meadow folk. Okay. Class. Barbarian. Oh, there's a lot of stuff to read here. Barbarian. I am going to, if you guys want to read this, just go ahead and pause the video and read it. You got your barbarian, you got your chanter. Cipher. Druid. Some of these I pretty much have an idea what they are, if they're common with all the other stuff like druids, barbarians, fighters, of course. Monk. Paladin. Priest. Ranger. You get animal companion with the ranger, of course, and it shows that here. Rogue. And of course you got your wizard. Last time I played this, I don't remember exactly what I played, but going by what I think would be beneficial to a party, the most important thing I think is healing and buffing and stuff. And I'm thinking I'm leaning either toward paladin or priest. Um, I think we're gonna go with priest. Yeah, we're gonna do priest. And priest deity. Okay, that's gonna be another more reading. um, breath and God of cycles of doors and of life and death itself. People commonly place or carve the figure in doorways, windows, and okay. Favored disposition, stoic, rational, disfavored disposition, passionate, and cruel. Eothas, named for the god of light, redemption, and rebirth. While worship of it is still popular in the Adir Empire, and the faith is outlawed in most cities of the Darwood due to events of the Saints' War. Okay. Margran is a goddess of war and fire, and hers is the most populous following in Darwood. So it might be beneficial for me to go with this one. Scairn, also known as the Quiet Slave, is a god of secret hatred, resentment, and violent rebellion. I don't think that'd be good. Whale is a god of dreams, secrets, mysteries, and revelations. We're going to go with Morgran. And okay, now the attributes. These are Armor of faith. Barbs of condemnation. Blessing. Divine terror. Halt. Holy mediation. Or is that meditation? Meditation. Prayer against fear. Restore minor endurance. And withdrawal. Okay. Points. We got 15 points to spin. What was his important attributes define a character's basic mental and physical strengths. Wow, I forgot to look at what the priest is. Oh, it tells you right here. I think is the ghost stars are important. Oh, highly recommended for priests. Okay. Okay, we will go with that. What's the dexterity? Recommended for priest. Intellect. Okay, we'll go here. We'll go with this. We'll go with that for now. 15. Intellect 15. Resolve. I think I want to go with bring this up to might. Might create characters, physical and spiritual strength, brute force, as well as their ability to channel powerful magic. During interactions, it can be useful for intimidating displays. Okay. What about intellect? Intellect represents a character's logic and reasoning capabilities. In reactions, it can be useful for deduction, sudden realizations, and problem solving. In combat, it contributes to the will, defense, and influences duration and artifact. Okay, well, now don't know. I got 2 more points to spend. I think I'm gonna go with 1 each. Bring them both up to 16. Okay. Culture. This gives you a plus bonus to stat, I guess. Dexterity, resolve. Intellect. I might want to do. It'd be either intellect or might. The Living Lands is the mountainous region of a large northern island renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable and its ecosystems vary dramatically from valley to valley. The Living Lands are home to an assortment of races in the variety of colonial and independent settlements. Okay, we're going to go. It's going to be either Living Lands or this one. Once the crown jewel of the southern seas, old Vale is now the crumbled remnants of an empire of warring merchant nations. Counting many humans and dwarves among their ranks, the old Valian countries are still forces to be reckoned with. And the proud you can see they're adjusting these when I pick one. Ovalia. I think we'll go with the Living Lands. We'll do that. Background. That's part of the culture, isn't it? Survival +2. Lore and survival. These are different stats here. Living Lands colonists. Okay, Living Lands is my culture. Colonist is my background. You are part of a group that founded a fledgling colony in the distant lands. Survival +2. Explore, lore, survival. You find the siren call of the horizon irresistible. You cannot help but wonder what lies beyond the next hill or wave, and you've built your life around finding out. Laborer. Your life has been spent in the study of your craft. You trained and prepared, hoping to hone your skills and ply your trade. Athletics +1, mechanics +1. Merchant. You've traded goods from all over the world, pairing items with buyers and all kinds. Drift. That drift. Drill. Drifter. That's drifter. It's hard to read that on that. You never quite fit in no matter where you go. Each new town is just a place to rest briefly before moving on to the next. You are more comfortable on the road traveling the world. Stealth +1, mechanics +1. Hunter. You live for the thrill of the chase, whether for glory or for sustenance. You have made your living taking and lives of wild creatures. Mercenary. Blatant battle is your way of life. You solve your problems by pulling out your weapon and applying force. Athletics +1, lore +1. Scientist. The rules that govern the world are a set of alchemical virtues. Okay. Looks like I want survival, at least. So there, I guess that one. Explorer. I think that might be either those first two, or that one. Hunter. I don't want hunter though. That wouldn't. I don't think I'd go good with a priest. I think I might go with this, but I kind of like the idea of having two. It will go with explorer. Appearance. Okay, this is your basically my portrait. That's actually not a bad portrait. I think it automatically picked it. I think we'll go with that. And my voice. Male cocky, male feisty, male mystic, male noble.
Yes?
Now I am the leader of the group.
Ah!
That's smooth.
Nice and slow.
I think noble would be good. I think we'll go with that. All right. Except enter my name. Oh, I didn't think about this. I forgot. We'll go Wolfgar. What's my deity? Does it say? Oh, Morgran. M-A-G-R-A. That's my deity. We'll go with that. And that worked. Okay. I think we're done. That is character creation. New quest, the Gilded Vale. Journey to Gilded Vale. Caravan Master Odima. The Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods toward a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, of course, which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Okay, now it automatically starts reading what the darker, the brighter print, because that's. But there's other stuff here it'll skip over. So we'll go ahead and read. We'll do it kind of out of order. Lamont looks over his shoulder to his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfell, who carries an old sun-bleached bow. He read that. Okay. Sparfell nods and slides a worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these berries? What? What are those runes? Is it dangerous out there? Okay, where can I find the berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one. Not if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What are those runes?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build 'em, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch 'em like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for 'em. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
I've already picked those. Okay. What kind of weather do you get around
This
here?
time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beawick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to.
Be a whack? What are those huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
I'll go out. I'll go see about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eye at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey tonight sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
Your character's attribute skills, class, sex may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depends on their individual personality and attitude. Okay, I could take that off, can I? I don't want to disable them. I just want to. I'll just minimize it. Oh, wait. Let's just close this one. Okay.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. and I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Okay, quests, a moment's respite, collect, oh, they don't even stay up long, do they? Okay, this is, party AI is active. Wolfgar Morgan and Kaliska, what is her? Knockdown. Does it have any kind of where I could look at her class or anything? Welcome to Pillars of Eternity. If this is your first visit to the world of Eora, you may want to watch these windows to become familiar with the tools and interfaces available to you. Very good. Your party always consists of your character and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers. While the caravan is camped outside of Glenfathan ruins, Odima has assigned Kaliska to help you. Kaliska is a fighter, a class that excels at close quarters defense. Use her abilities to complement your own. To select a party member, click on their selection circle, their portrait, or press the number button that corresponds to their position in the party, starting with one at the left. To select multiple party members, click and hold anywhere on the screen and drag and the marquee over the circles of the party members you'd like to include. Attack, cancel, select all, backspace, inventory, character, journal, formation, camp, scouting, map, stronghold, and options. Character? Here we go. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. First level fighter, Meadowfolk, background, the Direwood Explorer. She's basically what I am too, other than I'm a cleric, or a priest. Health, endurance, damage, secondary weapon, battle axe, torch. Okay, concentration 84, defenses, deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. What's her defenses? There are 4 defenses and fortitude. Okay. Party repetition none. Okay. All right, to move. Well, let's see if I could close this. I think what I'm closing it would be right here. This is your character slots, rings and everything. Quick items, weapon stats. Okay. To move selected characters, click anywhere on the screen where your cursor is. Circle of 4 wedges. All selected characters will path to their corresponding position in the formation. If you see a red circle with a slash through it, you cannot walk on that part of the map. When multiple party members are selected, the action bar is hidden. To see an individual character's options, select only that character. Okay. Um,
Yes?
okay.
Of course.
So just
Anyone need supplies?
most people
I've
you
got
encounter in
sundries
the
for
world
sale.
are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on their selected circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have larger conversations to explore. The merchant Heodin has a conversation that opens for sale. Which one's the merchant? I guess I'll. Okay, which one was the merchant? Hmm. Okay, let's just go ahead and.
What you need?
Oh, there's those rocks. Okay, I think we go this way. I think. Oh, there's a merchant carrot. Oh, is that the merchant? That would be the merchant there. Okay, let's see what he got for sale. You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hadn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Let's see what you got. Okay, how much money have I got? Okay, well, let's see. Stores allow you to trade and sell your items for copper pieces, or items in the store's inventory. Merchants buy items from you at a greatly reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in the store's inventory with a much higher cost. Stores periodically refresh their inventories. Well, that's a ring. Giant miniature space piglet. Space piglet. This tiny Titanic pig has an otherworldly appearance that seems to be at odds with its endearing behavior. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in return save companionship. No. Right click. This item grants the ability to shield the wearer from a myriad of perils that plague the world of Aurora. An aspect of the god it represents. Do I put that on? I think I put it on. Let's see, where's character, inventory. There we go. And what in the... It's a pet. Where does my pet go? It goes there. What about her? What does she have? Anything? She ain't got nothing. Except for a weapon. Okay, well there's my pig. Okay, how do I get out of here? Come on, piglet. Exploration is key to Pillars of Eternity. As you make your way through the Eastern Reach, open the area map to see what parts of the map you've already been to and what's left to explore. Open the area map. Oh, that would be M, per se. It would be. Okay, that's what tells me where this is the screen here. Okay. I need to go through here. I think we go here, up here. Okay. Well, wait. Let's explore our way this way. See what's over here. Who's this? Sparfell. That's that dude supposed to be out looking for water. Correct?
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Pillars of Eternity combat uses a pausable real-time system. Because you will often manage more than one character at a time, it's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see the orders play out. The options menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met. Okay. Okay. One of your characters has been engaged in melee. When characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move again, they will provoke a disengagement attack from the enemies engaging them. Your characters will also automatically engage enemies when they initiate attacks against them with melee weapons. All characters in the game, friend or foe, have 4 primary defenses against attacks: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. These defenses are based on the character's attributes, level, items, and other effects. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when an attack is made. If accuracy is below the targeted defense, the attack suffers a penalty to the roll and it is more likely to result in a miss. If accuracy is above the targeted defense, the attack is more likely to result in a crit. All attacks that do damage have to overcome the target's damage reduction. An enemy's damage reduction reduces the incoming damage by the listed amount, down to a minimum percentage. If you are having difficulty hurting an enemy, try switching to a weapon or attack that does a different damage type. Most enemies are strong against one or 2 damage types and weak against a similar number. Okay. We loot. Wolf hide. We got that okay.
This is it.
This is it. Oh, this is the berries? Oh, those are the berries. You said you've had some interesting travels. Okay. As you receive quests, your journal will update with relevant information. If you ever get stuck, open it up to review your notes. In the world, I was a mariner. I lived out on a frontier for a time. Interesting might not be the word. I sailed with cold-blooded conquerors. That isn't your business. I lived on the frontier for a time. Yeah, how is it you happened to come here? It was a harsh place to live. I was surrounded by death out there. It was too quiet a life. I was looking for something more. Raider destroyed my home, took everything from me. I'll say that. As you That's a damnable run of luck. Maybe the new setting will turn things around for you. Consider breathe in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Radic's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of the lot? It's a hard offer to pass up. You won't find many offers like it in these parts, believe me. Got some big plan in store? I'll just settle here and start a new life. Well, who knows? Redrick pays well enough. Maybe we end up neighbors. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Ardell gave me an earful. Let's get on your... Or will give me an earful. An earful. Let's be on our way. All right, let's get back to it. We'll just not have the time to talk to her right now. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfel's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like when he feels like it. We should check up on him first. Slap him around a little bit. Stream's just down the way. Come on, let's get through your water. Find Sparfel. Look at the map. Yeah, we've got it. He'd be down. I bet you he'd be down here somewhere. Well, let's go up here just to be sure. Back the way you came. Okay.
We shouldn't stray too far.
What's this? Okay. Why have I got a sword? I'm a priest. Wait, travelers maybe or this or bandits. Bad sign for me. We look at it. What did that say? The corpse is called to the touch, and a rice smell also. Okay, these are all corpses. Okay. We've reached the edge. I like to kind of look all over everything because there's things that you don't see that you know it doesn't pertain to. There's different parts of the map that will have different things you can loot maybe, like those guys there. They weren't able to be looted, but there's something that you know there's some kind of danger up ahead. Probably bandits in the area. I don't know what the pig doesn't have.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kaliska waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. You have gained an item quest. Full water skin added to the stash. Out of the trees emerged Sparfell, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait. He strides wobbly as he moves toward you with labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you all right?
Sparfell's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
God damn, they're all over. Fine, okay, reach the camp. A moment's reprise. Use a tab key. Use a tab key to highlight interactive objects. Okay, you hold it down. Glyphith and Hunter. So these guys aren't bandits. These guys are these guys like protectors of those ruins and stuff? If I recall, I think they are. I think. Let's go back here.
What you need?
Okay. He's dead. Okay. Okay, let's
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
let's loot these guys first. A hunting bow, agate, hide armor, and copper. Is there anything else we need?
I shall.
Well, let's everybody.
Yes?
What you need?
That was he ain't lootable. Okay, I guess that's it. Let's make sure. See, there's a camp here. The footprints around the fire are interesting, and they have been here for days or longer. All right. All right, I think that's good. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrating an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits, the DR will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your characters complain about it when it happens. Take heed. Note the damage type that's being blocked, and switch to a weapon or spell that does a different damage type. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Hurry up and kill him. By all means, loot him too. All the merchants dead. The friendly are all around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Casca puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the back of the man you recognize as Gilded, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. Okay. Now this, my lore 1 gives me this response. We have not trespassed. We merely wish to pass through. I will go with this one since I've. Okay, reputation. You now have 1 rank in a disposition reputation. These reputations represents how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity, but if your main character is a priest or paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their dispositions with what is favored by their deity and order, respectively. For the main character, only there will be modified. Okay, holy radiance or priests, the faith and conviction for paladins. Okay. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my very own eyes. Blood must be paid for these intrusions. So I say again, lay down your arms. Then don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. We are innocent in this. Will you not listen to reason? Might 14. Only a fool attacks a weak enemy while a stronger one yet lives. This one's not mad. It's like you can kill him, but you might as well be killing yourself. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I am guessing you are worshippers of Galawain. If Galawain told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? Might 14. Only a fool attacks a weak enemy while a stronger one yet lives. The man considers this, looking you up and down. Yet. He shoves heading toward you. As if he does so, the man rakes his blade against his torso. Ferdinand screams and stumbles forward, a white gash at his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised high. He's not dead. Alright. Well, that didn't tell me nothing. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companion is now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath the choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back in his head. Goes, good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amongst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Odima's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Trading against a gale that threatens to pull you off of your feet with every step. You set your hands in the worn folds of the weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the pierced precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Eodin trails behind, slowly by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Hoedin and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Heodin lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you, despite the wind from your position. If you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Throw the weapon at the attacker. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Heodin loose. Lurching to his feet, Heodin clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Heodin to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. Here is a deep resonance to the swelling wind below. Swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest. You thought it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Hey, Bewick, yeah, okay, had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
Well, my pig's alive.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
She eyes a ragged slash across Hagen's belly. Can you walk? Hagen's jaw tightens. He nods. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap this episode up here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. We will do this next episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.